Hey everybody, it's Jimott, Mr. Ott from school, and I'm sitting at home like you guys are. I'm not sure if I'm missing school or if I'm glad to be out of school. There's just a lot of things going on, and one of the things I thought I might like to do is to put together a few videos to talk about what we're going through right now as a community, to remind us that we're all in this together, even though we're apart in our homes right now and not able to see each other as much, and to be an encouragement as families go through this really historical and interesting time that we're experiencing right now. I know there's a lot of emotional things going on for people. There's a lot of maybe excitement about not being in school. There's some worry about what's happening with the coronavirus and what kind of effect that might have. It's putting a lot of pressure on a lot of people. And so I can't meet with people at school or talk to you in person, but maybe through these videos we can cover some ways that you as a family and you as individuals can deal with some of what we're experiencing. I want to start today just by emphasizing that one of the most important things that can happen during this time is the strengthening of family relationships. Now, that's a difficult thing to do under any circumstances, and under stressful circumstances, it's got to be something that's intentional because all of a sudden you're spending maybe more time together than you were used to. Maybe there's some stress economically for some families, and it can actually make it challenging to deepen relationships. The challenge is to find a way to be intentional about doing just that so that people are feeling the most secure in their homes, particularly for students, that they want their homes to be a safe place, and for the parents as well. So both to parents and to students, I encourage you to work really hard on finding ways to make this positive for your family and to build family relationships so that at the end of this experience, when school opens up again, if it ever does, your family will be stronger. You will be stronger, because that's the best thing that we can do with experiences like this, is not to have them cause us more problems, but to actually use them to make us stronger. So I want to share with you an idea that I actually stole from my wife. And she is really creative with these kinds of things and has done a lot of work working with our children on navigating various experiences. And she pointed out that this is such a historic experience that we're having right now. Like nothing like this has ever happened in history before. You can't go to your parents if you're a student right now. In fact, you can't go to your parents if you're a parent right now and say, what was it like when this happened when you were a little kid? Because it's never happened before. So one of the things that you can do then is, to recognizing that it's something very special, is to find a way to document it for you and for your family. And a thing that you can do as a family that can help build relationships is to create a way to build maybe a family journal of some kinds. And there's a lot of ways to do a journal. It can be a traditional journal, maybe just a notebook where the family gets together and writes down memories and writes down thoughts. It's a way to spend some time together at the end of the day, or maybe in the middle of the day if you're all together during the day. But it can be more than just writing. It can also be pictures. It can be collections of articles, of newspapers or magazines, downloading things. You can have a digital recording of videos of your family talking about what's happening, of audio recordings of sharing what emotions or what memories you have. And there's a really interesting aspect of this that goes beyond just today. Yeah, it's a great way for you as a family to build some content and to build some relationship, but it's also something that will be useful for you children, you students who are out there, because this is going to happen to you when you are older. And I know this is really weird, but it's going to happen. At some point, your children or your grandchildren, or maybe both at various points, and some of you are like, I ain't never having kids, but most of us end up with kids. They're going to be in school or studying something or read an article, and they're going to look at you and ask some version of this question. Daddy, Grandpa, were you alive when that happened? And you will have an opportunity with a journal like this, or with some kind of a family activity, to build memories where you'll be able to say to your children and grandchildren, yeah, kid, I was alive. And not only that, but I put some things together so that I could remember it and share it with you when you got to be around in my life. So it's a double advantage activity. You can build and strengthen some family time that you have to spend together in a productive way that gives you something that you can share in the future with your family. So I have lots of other ideas about ways you might want to do that. If you're interested, you can contact me. In fact, during this whole experience, I just want to make myself available. The easiest way to contact me is going to be through the school email. So it's jimott at bellevue.k12.ia.us. And I'll put that in the notes below, and you can always contact me through that. If you have specific questions, if you're experiencing any challenges at home and would like some ideas or just want to talk it through, I'm here for you. Like you, I'm spending a lot of time at my house trying to find things to do, and so it would be delightful to interact with some of you, even if it's just virtually. Have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow to talk more about what we're going to do with this process, and I hope that it can be useful and just touch and base with the school community every so often. Have a great day.